boxing. Man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, quick boxing video right here. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And according to Kevin Iole, he wrapped up an interview with Bernard Hopkins. And Bernard Hopkins says that Canelo is likely to face John Ryder next. But he also sounded like they kind of slapped him on the wrist and told him don't leak it out. And that Jason Quigley is also on the final list of opponents. So let's get into it, man. Make sure you share the video. It's the best way to help out the channel. And a lot of people was hoping for John Ryder. You know, it could be smoke and mirrors. Bernard Hopkins is like one of the top dogs over there. But I've never seen John Ryder fight, but I understand that he gave Callum Smith a run for his money. A lot of people thought he beat Callum Smith. The day they was fighting, I had some shopping to do. I don't know exactly what we were shopping for around that time. That had to be what? That was before Thanksgiving. So I can't remember what we were shopping for, but I do know my girlfriend's niece was pregnant, so we was shopping and stuff. So it was something of other than importance around that time too. But let's hear it over there. I didn't watch the fight, but you know, some people seem to think it's Callum Smith. I don't know, but might be John Ryder. But the problem is John Ryder is overseas, so can they get him to come overseas and then fight Canelo Alvarez? I think they can arrange that. There's a travel ban, but they've been getting people over. I know Jason Rosario was supposed to be over here from the Dominican Republic. Not sure if he made it, and that was about a month ago. I got that report, and he was ready to face Jermell Charlo expeditiously. But, as far as Canelo and John Ryder, I mean, once again, boxing put their own foot in their mouth. Out of all these fights that's coming up that's possibly being made, Wilder Fury 3, who else we got? Charlo and Derevchenko, which I think is going to end up being, if it's what I believe it will be, the best fight PBC ever put on. Maybe not financially, but action-pack wise, it may can kind of, save boxing if they put it on the right platform. Fox. Probably going to be on Showtime, though. But, I mean, you got Leo and Tank. You got Loma and T.O. They haven't confirmed the deal yet or signed a deal, so that's still up in the air. Most people think Loma trying to finesse his way out that fight anyway. You got David Benavidez fighting a dude that Anthony Sims just beat. You got Angelo Lee, taking on Stephen Fulton. That should be a good fight, but nothing they got coming up. Danny and Earl, Crawford's supposed to have a big fight in November. I mean, that is what it is. Don't know who it is. Last time I heard they was talking to Keith and they was talking to Sean. That's what they was supposed to be talking to. But, now you got Canelo, John Ryder, or Jaime Maguire and Torian Johnson can be on the undercard. But once again, boxing is just, it's going to get their ass kicked by the UFC. None of these fights is being named other than Wilder Fury 3. Nobody wants to see. Nobody is asking for Danny and Earl Spence. Nobody. We asked for that fight 2 years ago. But, Keith probably going to tune up or do something. But, hey, it is what it is. This is boxing. Boxing got to hit rock bottom for it to rebuild and reinvent itself. They still in the 20th century thinking about marketing and promotion. But Canelo and John Ryder, and then you got Golovkin taking on Camille Zamata. Who want to see that? I know Virgil Ortiz is probably fighting this weekend. I don't really care about him fighting Sammy Vargas. I might not watch that. Depends on what's cooking that or shaking that night. Nobody really care about that. But hey, it is what it is. Dillian White Povetkin. Not saying that's a bad fight. It's a fight I will watch, but who really care about that? So, I mean, Canelo and John Ryder probably be a good style, but he lost to Rocky Field in a split decision. He lost to Billy Joe Saunders already. He lost to a couple UK trash cans. I mean, come on. What's the purpose of this fight? Canelo shouldn't even be making $5 million for this fight. He should be taking this fight for free, in my opinion, damn near $3.99. But according to Bernard Hopkins, he's the front runner. I understand during the pandemic, it's hard to get top opponents for cheaper money. It was hard to get top opponents to fight each other for pretty good money. They making so much money fighting can of tuna fish and fighting bums and trash cans. If I make $2 million like Kell Brook, £2 million fighting Mark DeLuca, whatever his name is, plus pay-per-view, well, I want to go out there and fight Crawford for $3 or $3.5. You know what I'm saying? Just don't make no sense. So at the end of the day, boxing gonna continue to shoot itself in the foot. It's nothing new. And Canelo and Ryder, I'm not gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, hey. Sorry, I had to restart it. But hey, somebody just confirmed me that it's gonna be John Ryder. So it's confirmed. It's gonna be John Ryder. It sounded like I had to read a text. Somebody just hit me up and said they talked to somebody close to the situation, and it will be John Ryder and Canelo. So that is what it is. I don't know if Bernard Hopkins was supposed to let the cat out the bag, but he did. And then somebody told Kevin Iole that Jason Quigley was in the Jason Quigley was was also in the running. That don't sound right. So could look forward to Jaime and Torian Johnson possibly on the undercard. Ryan and Luke Campbell. Definitely looking forward to that one. Salute to Ryan for taking the fight. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. And I got some more news, man. Hold on. These texts keep coming, so I'm going to keep stopping. All right, so basically they saying that, all right, I'm sorry for stopping and starting, that Canelo's a chance that he won't even fight in September, so I don't know what that means, but they also saying there's still a chance that Callum Smith can fight Canelo, but I just think it's going to be John Ryder. That's what it sounds like. So if Canelo fights in September, it's probably going to be John Ryder right now, but they're talking about him fighting at Alcatraz Island. They're talking about fighting at Alcatraz Island, Mount Rushmore, or what is it, Fantasy Springs. So the Zone got a fight out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, with his fighter, a Canelo fighter, Julio Cesar Martinez. So he fighting in the streets of downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. So there's some talks about that as well too. So I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be John Ryder. Bernard Hopkins said it. Another source said it. And also they throwing the smoke in the mirror. Jason Quigley or Callum Smith. I don't think it's going to be Callum Smith. I think it's going to be John Ryder. So that's what they're talking about. But it's a chance that he may not fight in September. And exactly, I don't know exactly what that means. So, I mean, we got to find out, man. But let me know what you guys think. So, also, keep stopping and starting. Sorry for that. But kind of got a bad time between somebody I'm speaking to behind the scenes. But also, if Canelo doesn't fight on Mexican Independence Day, it sounds like that Jaime Munguia will step in and take the show. I heard it's supposed to be Torian Johnson, but that could change. Maybe Jason Quigley or something like that. But that'd be a step up from his last fight, which he started to show some improvement in. But versus, who was it? It wasn't Hogan. It was another guy, Gary Spike O'Sullivan. But he hurt his jab hand. So Jaime might jump in. And it's going to be a longer video than I expected. He may jump in and take that fight. But I heard if Canelo fight, it's going to be late September, early October. So we're hearing Quigley. We're hearing Callum Smith. But consistent name that I am hearing is John Ryder. So Canelo probably going to take on John Ryder. So it wouldn't surprise me. That's the leader in the field house. But right now, Golden Boy is still working on money. They've been working on money with fighters forever. David Lemieux, he wanted too much money. They offered Derevchenko $5 million. He took a little bit less to fight Charlo. So I mean, it is what it is. Something that Golden Boy ain't working right on. Even if they being cheap or whatever it is, I'm not sure. But right now, I'm understanding. Consistent name I'm hearing is John Ryder. So hey, it is what it is. Appreciate the love, support. Keep sharing the videos. Blessed to everybody to check us out. Check out our middleweight boxing playlist for more videos like this. Don't forget you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All the links in the description. You got a donation you want to make. Share the video. Cash App, PayPal description. Check out our Facebook group too. One time for the one time we go.